North Korea calls on international community to stop Japan's release of treated Fukushima wastewater. Japan plans to release treated Fukushima water into sea. CNN, North Korea has called upon the international community to stop Japan from releasing treated wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the ocean. The just international community must not sit and watch the evil, anti humanitarian, and belligerent action by the corrupt force that is trying to disrupt humanity's home of the blue planet and must unite to thoroughly stop and destroy them. The country's Land and Environment Protection Department said. Each statement, reported by state media outlet KCNA on Sunday, comes after the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency, called the IAEA, said last week that Tokyo's plan was safe and in line with international standards for environmental safety. Japan plans to release the wastewater sometime this summer. Pyongyang's statement is the latest in the series of concerns voiced by neighboring countries like South Korea, China, and the Pacific Island, all of which have raised fears about the potential harm to the environment and the public health. Chinese customs authorities on Friday announced that the ban on food imports from 10 Japanese prefectures, including Fukushima, would remain in place and that it would strengthen inspections to monitor for radioactive substances to ensure the safety of Japanese food imports to China. The UN's approval has done little to reassure fishermen and residents still affected by the 2011 disaster. CNN goes inside the Fukushima nuclear plant where wastewater is being treated. Speaking to CNN in recent interview in Tokyo, IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi said that he had met with Japanese fishing groups and local mayors and acknowledged their fears. My disposition is one of listening and explaining in a way that addresses all these concerns they have, he said. When one visits to Fukushima, it's quite impressive. I will even say ominous to look at all these tanks, more than 1 million tons of water that contain radionuclides. Imagine that is going to be discharged into the ocean. So all sorts of fears kicked in, and one has to take them seriously to address and to explain. The IAEA has said that there was no better option to deal with the massive buildup of wastewater collected since the disaster. We have been looking at this basic policy for more than 2 years. We have been assessing it against the most stringent standards that exist, Grossi said, and we are quite certain of what we are saying and the scheme we have approved. The 2011 disaster caused the plant reactor cores to overheat and contaminate water within the facility with highly radioactive material. Since then, new water has been pumped in to cool fewer debris in the reactor's ground, and the rainwater have also leaked in, creating more radioactive wastewater now measuring 1.32 million metric tons, enough to fill more than 500 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Necessary move. Japanese authorities have maintained that the release is necessary as space runs out to contain the contaminated material, and the move would allow the full decommissioning of the Fukushima nuclear plant. International scientists have expressed concern to CNN, saying that there is insufficient evidence of long term safety and arguing that the release could cause tritium, the radioactive hydrogen isotope that cannot be removed from the wastewater, to gradually build up in marine ecosystems and food chains, a process called bioaccumulation.